Coming up on OU Nightly, we're in a tornado watch here in Norman. We have updates for your severe weather chances tonight and Friday evening.
Chaos at the Norman City Council, what they didn't talk about that frustrated residents. And a popular Norman hotel is getting a big boost, why Campus Corner businesses are celebrating. This is OU Nightly. Norman saw around an inch of rain yesterday and could get more throughout the week. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Michael Thompson.
And I'm Abby Hollinsworth. Storms are already popping up around the area, and you may have just gotten an alert for a tornado watch on your phone.
OU Nightly meteorologist Rachel Mosshammer is with us in the studio. Rachel, what can you tell us about the storms today?
Yeah, Michael, Abby, we are in a tornado watch right now. This is going to continue until 9 p.m. tonight. You can see that Norman is barely in that little cutoff for the tornado watch. So we'll talk about what exactly that means coming up in Maine weather. But OU Nightly meteorologist Sky Sprague is outside right now with what it looks like. Sky, what are we looking at?
Yeah, it's partly cloudy outside right now on campus. We do have some sun peeking through, and the wind has also really been ramping up over the last 20 minutes or so out here on the South Oval. We do have that tornado watch until later this evening that we're keeping an eye on with those storms that are moving out of the southwest and up here into central Oklahoma. But Rachel, you'll have more on that for us later in the show.
Thank you, Sky. The Norman City Council heard a proposal last night that could impact the Rock Creek Entertainment District. OU Nightly City Hall reporter Jack Hancock was there. Jack, it sounds like the meeting got a little bit chaotic.
Boy, did it. Norman City Council was expected to vote last night on whether or not they would seek a declaratory judgment, which is a ruling from a judge to provide legal clarity when two parties disagree on legal proceedings. And many say that this was a key step in the city turning this issue to a public vote.
8-1, 8-1, 1-0 in district court.
When do y'all listen to the people? When do you listen to the people?
You don't listen to the people.
If Dan Ward was here, it wouldn't be happening.
Emotions boiled over in the Norman City Council chamber last night as City Council failed to discuss the Rock Creek Entertainment District. On the agenda, Council was set to discuss and vote on seeking a declaratory judgment in the case. What happened next was shocking.
Councilmember Gandisberry has a motion to approve on the floor. Do I have a second? If I don't have a second, it fails.
Okay. No second, then the item fails due to a lack of a second.
Councilmember David Gandisberry's motion to continue the discussion did not get the necessary second and died.
So disappointed that we didn't have that discussion and take any action, but I would expect that we'll continue to have that conversation about what can we do from this point on.
Oklahomans for Responsible Economic Development, an activist group opposed to the project, say this came as a big surprise.
I don't think I've ever been hurt this deep. Not even with my first wife. Or my second, for that matter.
Many council members say the next step needs to come from them.
I think that the next step has to come in ORED's court. I think ORED, like I said in my closing remarks, that ORED needs to sue.
3 council members encouraged the group to sue the city during last night's meeting.
They're punting to us. They're saying, you guys spent. See, the thing is that we were volunteers, and everything we've done, we pay the legal bills, we do the marketing, it all comes from donations. Now they're asking us to do it again. We're asking them to join as partners. It was supposed to be a partnership.
In a letter sent to the city last month, ORED indicated their intent to sue the city, claiming the city and county violated open meeting laws. The developers for this project, Rainier Construction, tell me that they are focused on the design, engineering, and planning for this project, adding, quote, "We are excited to get started."
Thanks, Jack. Surveillance video is released of Pauls Valley High School principal Kirk Moore tackling a would-be school shooter. Take a look. Video from April 7th shows a 20-year-old man walking in the school with one gun visible in hand. He also had 2 loaded semi-automatic weapons. The gunman pointed his gun at a student in the main foyer and attempts to fire when Principal Moore rushes in and tackles the man against a wall and onto the seat. At some point during the altercation, Moore gets shot in the leg but continues to hold him down until the vice principal comes in and is able to get the gunman away. The gunman faces charges such as unlawful carry, pointing a firearm, and shooting with intent to kill. He is expected to be back in court on May 8th. Principal Kirk Moore is currently recovering at home.
And today marks the deadline for those needing to file state or federal tax returns. Madison Dealey has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
Yeah, Abby, today is tax day, marking the deadline for federal and state tax returns. Experts say to use electronic filing for last-minute submissions and for mailing returns to head to the post office.
An automatic 6-month extension can be requested for taxpayers who cannot make the deadline. Even with an extension, filers still need to pay what they owe, even if it's an estimate. And according to President Trump, China is very happy that the U.S. is hoping to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Last week, the U.S. intelligence had suggested that China was preparing to send new air defense systems to Iran within the next few weeks. However, in a post to social media, Trump says that Iran will not be receiving weapons from China in an agreement. The president plans on meeting with China's President Xi Jinping next month. Today honors One Boston Day, the day the city came together to honor the victims of the Boston Marathon bombing on April 15, 2013. The day honors the 3 people killed and the more than 200 people who were injured. Residents and visitors mark the day with kindness and remembrance. The city is hosting wreath laying and ceremonies and memorials. And President Trump has reposted a new photo on X of an AI-generated photo of Jesus embracing him. This comes days after the president posted a now-deleted AI photo of him portrayed to be Jesus. Abby, Michael.
Thanks, Madison. Norman City Council voted to approve an expansion of a popular hotel last night. See what changes are coming to the Noun Hotel coming up.
Plus, pop star Katy Perry is facing allegations. Find out why she's being investigated by police after the break.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
With the SEC, it just means more. And for the Noun Hotel, they're taking that line literally. Last night, City Council voted to approve the expansion of the Campus Corner Hotel. OU Nightly reporter Bryn Mead is live from the Noun with what changes to expect. Bryn.
Abby, the vote was unanimous last night in City Council, 9-0. And we spoke with hotel staff and city officials alike, and they both tell us that they're more than looking forward to this project.
The vote to approve an expansion project for the Noun Hotel on Campus Corner just means more. Just hear it from Mayor Stephen Tyler Holman.
I'm excited for their expansion. I think it's a sign that they're doing really well.
Bringing in over $1.5 million in tax revenue for the city of Norman, the Campus Corner staple will soon be seeing improvements. The Noun Hotel hears praise from many Campus Corner shops and restaurants, including the Apothum. Owner Helen Walney cannot wait for what this project will bring her store and other Campus Corner shops as well.
I think that'll just mean bigger and better things for Campus Corner, obviously, and for the Noun also. I mean, for myself, you know, you can see the Noun from my store, and a lot of people come down and shop here.
There was no pushback with this project, and the Noun will not be building upwards, but rather outwards. Noun staff tells us the expansion will include 48 new guest rooms, a first-floor ballroom, and an office space. Reporting from the Noun Hotel, Bryn Mead, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Bryn. From legal battles to long-awaited comebacks, the celebrities are making the headlines. Gracie Steinbrink has who is in the spotlight in today's entertainment beat.
Yeah, Michael, pop star Katy Perry is reportedly being investigated for sexual assault allegations from Australian actress Ruby Rose. Rose claims Perry assaulted her at a Melbourne nightclub nearly 20 years ago. A representative for Perry denies the allegation, calling it categorically false and reckless. Police have not released any further details. The investigation is ongoing. Turning to another case in the reality TV world, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Taylor Frankie Paul will not face domestic violence charges. The Salt Lake City DA's office is not pursuing a case against her, saying some of her ex-boyfriend's allegations against her were too late to file, and they say the other allegations aren't considered crimes. The Queen of Pop is back. Madonna is dropping a new album for the first time in 7 years. She made the announcement, posting the album cover and release date on social media. Confessions on a Dance Floor Part 2 is a 17 tracks long and a sequel to her 2005 dance record. It's set to release July 3rd. And bringing it right back to Norman, the OU Campus Activities Council's annual spring show is Friday, starring singer-songwriter Paige Fish. It is free to anyone. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. on the South Oval. Michael, Abby.
Thanks, Gracie. Coming up, one Oklahoma school board voting to give a new name to an elementary school.
See what school officials said about the name change and what the change was.
And we've already got storms on the radar. We're going to talk about what that severe weather chance looks like for tonight. Coming back.
Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Well, welcome back to OU Nightly. We are so glad to have you here on this Wednesday afternoon. Right now, we are in a tornado watch here in Norman. This is going to continue until 9 p.m. tonight. We do have some storms that are southwest of us right now. It doesn't show this on the radar right now, but this is severe thunderstorm. This has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. This storm as well has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. This little cell right above those severe thunderstorm warnings isn't severe warned, but if we are going to have a chance of rain tonight, it's going to be this little blip of rain right here as it makes its way to Norman. Other than that, I think we might be in the clear tonight for severe weather just because of our dry line setup, a lot of technical things that are going to go into it. It's a very conditional setup for today. So a lot of that is going to be east of us, but current temperatures for right now, 80 degrees in Norman, 78 degrees in Oklahoma City, 84 degrees out in Reno. It's a little bit warmer out in western parts of the metro. And then statewide, again, more 80s out in western parts of the state where that dry line starts to cut through the state. But not only did we have those warm temperatures today, we cooled down just a little bit last night with that amount of rain we saw. We saw almost an inch of rain here in Norman with that little thunderstorm that came through early morning. A couple rumbles of thunder probably woke you up. And then again today, we are still looking at that severe weather outlook. Again, this slight risk, this 2 out of 5, it cuts off right here in the middle of the state. Again, I think we might be out of that for a lot of these storms that are going to go just east of us for later on tonight. So we'll look at these severe threat levels for tonight. Low for tornado, hail, and flooding, and wind is about medium. So any storm that comes through, we could see some wind threats. So like I said, we may not see that severe chance tonight, but there is a chance on Friday. So OU Nightly meteorologist McKinley Potter is out right now. She's talking about why it's important for you to make sure that you have your safe place. McKinley?
Yeah, Rachel, just as you were talking about earlier, we may not see severe weather tonight, but knowing your plan is just equally as important. Behind me, I'm at the Couch Storm Shelter right outside of Couch Tower, but even for those who don't live on campus, knowing your safe place is equally as important. You want to be at the lowest level, most interior part. You're trying to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. These are just some tips to keep you weather aware this season, but for right now, I'll hand it to you guys back in the studio.
Thank you, McKinley. Like we said, again, that severe chance, we are in a 3 out of 5 risk just north of Norman. Make sure you're staying tuned with OU Nightly. We'll talk about those updates and what exactly to expect for your Friday afternoon. But we'll go ahead and still talk about tonight. Lows for Thursday, 62 degrees in Norman, 62 in Oklahoma City. And then for your highs for tomorrow, we're going to warm up tomorrow, 86 in Norman, 88 in Oklahoma City, almost 90 degrees out in western parts of the state. So it's going to get warm. Again, we'll cool off a little bit on Friday with some rain that comes through, but look at these temperatures and that storm chance on Friday. We'll dip back down into the 60s on Saturday, so it'll be nice. It'll feel like spring. It'll be perfect for that spring game coming up, and so we won't have any rain to affect that.
So we're good for the spring game.
Yes.
No severe weather. Because
Yes.
I just saw we had the thunder on Friday.
Yes, we will have that severe weather chance on Friday. Hopefully not anything for Saturday, so you'll get to enjoy some football.
One other thing when it comes to the tornado precautions, talk about pets. You know, I have pets, I have cats. My parents had to put them in the crate last night just to make sure. What are some things people can do, you know, other than that to make sure everyone's safe in the family?
Yeah, honestly, that is a great idea to keep them in the crates and bring them to the safe space with you so they don't get loose.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Of course.
The Oklahoma City Public Schools Board of Education has voted to move forward in the renaming of Cesar Chavez Elementary. This comes after allegations of rape, sexual abuse, and grooming were made against the school's namesake and labor activist. The school predominantly serves Hispanic students, and Oklahoma City Public Schools Board Chair Paula Lewis says, "We are committed to a process that truly reflects the voices, history, and values of the community this school serves."
A suspect is in custody after a death investigation in Lincoln County. Deputies responded to a call near Chandler, Oklahoma this morning, saying the caller's brother was dead and his mother was unresponsive. When the deputies arrived to the home, the mother was found alive. Authorities are still investigating alongside the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. Now, the Thunder are just days away from finding out their first round matchup.
While major changes in the golf world could impact one former Sooner.
And men's gymnastics gears up for another championship run. And speaking of championships, the Women's College World Series is still months away, but Sooner softball makes an early trip to OKC to face a longtime rival. Next in sports.
Winter is upon us, And every Oklahoman knows that that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Cam Williams, and it's time for sports. Since 2000, OU baseball is 5-17 in Tulsa versus Oklahoma State, and the weather wasn't working in their favor either last night. Early in the first inning, and OSU's Colin Ritchie takes a hard swing and sends this one to far right field to put OSU up 2-0. Still top of the first, and it's Campbell Smithwick's turn to send one home to right, almost the same identical spot as the first homer. Cowboys up 3-0 early, but inclement weather shortened this matchup. In the bottom of the eighth, OSU wins 7-3. Now the stage is set for Bedlam softball at Devon Park tonight as Patty Gasso's squad takes on number 21 Oklahoma State tonight at 8 p.m. And after coming off their fourth loss versus Texas last Sunday, the Sooners will look to avoid back-to-back losses for the first time this season. And ahead of Saturday afternoon's highly anticipated spring game, Team 132 has taken on the challenge this offseason to let their work do the talking. With new coach Jason Witten and a revamped tight end room, bringing in 3 new transfers, newcomer Hayden Hansen is taking control of the group, relaying the importance of earning your stripes.
Coming in, basically they sent the U-Haul truck and cleared out the tight end room, and we know that we're coming in here and we haven't earned anyone respect. Like every day we come out there earning people's respect. It's on me, it's on Beers, on all of us to earn Mateer's respect. Either it's the passing game, the run game. We got to earn Arbuckle's trust. And so far, I don't know what everyone else has been saying, but I believe that the tight end room has been a vocal point this spring ball.
Men's gymnastics went undefeated this regular season, posting a 14-0 record ahead of Friday's NCAA qualifiers in Illinois, and leaders like Kelton Christensen and Colin Flores have set the bar all spring long for this group, but head coach Mark Williams believes in sticking to what got them here ahead of qualifiers.
Really, we just need to have, a meet similar to what we had at conference. We were awesome there. We don't have to do anything really special. We don't have to be perfect, but that kind of night is the way to win championships.
Playoff basketball is here, folks, as the Thunder's first-round opponent will be set Friday night. The winner of tonight's play-in matchup between the Warriors and Clippers will play Phoenix on Friday to decide the 8th seed. Live Golf officials have reportedly been called to an emergency meeting in New York discussing a potential shutdown for the league per Front Office Sports. This affects former Sooner Abe Ancer, who is set to compete in the Mexico City Live Golf Tournament this week. Abby, Michael?
Thanks, Cam. Ryan Gosling is a big fan of Pop-Tarts, it seems, and he has turned a small business into a booming bakery.
After the break, we'll tell you how one appearance on TV changed the game for a Florida bakery.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
I'm Sky Clausen at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Former death row inmate Julius Jones faces new charges after being investigated for conspiring to smuggle drugs and cell phones into a Cleveland County prison. Jones was granted clemency by Governor Kevin Stitt in 2021 and is now serving life without parole. Alongside Jones, 2 other accomplices have been identified as Francisco Herrera and Scott Thornton. Julius Jones has been charged with conspiracy to commit a felony. Abby, Michael, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sky. Rachel, it's been rainy the last couple of days. You know, how are we looking for the rest of the week and going into the spring game?
Yeah, so for tonight, again, like I said, we do have that small severe weather chance. There is a small storm just southwest of us, could make its way up here to bring us some wind and rain, but that's about the most it's going to bring us. But for Friday, again, that's another big severe weather day that we're looking at. Make sure you're tuning into OU Nightly. You're making sure you're signing up for Weather Call, and that we have many different ways to receive warnings, especially for Friday. But I think we're clear for that spring game.
Yeah, that's great news.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you. A bakery in Florida has seen a huge boost in Pop-Tart sales after Ryan Gosling shouted the business out on the Late Night with Seth Meyers show, blowing the minds of Tallahassee residents.
I'm like, did my boo Ryan Gosling just say Tallahassee?
Linda Richards, the bakery's owner, says she has had to hire more employees because of the increase in sales. Richards says she used to bake a few dozen Pop-Tarts a day. Now it's hundreds. Listen, if Ryan Gosling tells me to buy a Pop-Tart, like, I'm buying the Pop-Tart.
I mean, he's got to have good taste. You know, he's been Space with Project Hail Mary. He's been Ken in the Barbie world. You know, he's probably had so many. He's definitely got to be a reliable source.
Yeah, he's lived a lot of different lives.
Yes, he has. Well, thank you so much for watching OU Nightly. I'm Michael Thompson.
And I'm Abby Hollinsworth. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Have a good night.